Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So let me start off with this. Today we're going to talk about the best steroids for bulking. Now just a couple things. Normal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, so anything I say in this video is for your entertainment purposes only. I'm not advising you nor condoning you to use anything that I talk about, and what you do with this information is completely up to you. Also, this video is subjective. Okay, this is my opinion on the best steroids for bulking. I know that everybody's not going to agree with it. I know that everybody's going to have their opinion. That's great. That's life. That's wonderful. But I just want you to understand, this is my opinion through all of these years of coaching, teaching, learning, etc. Okay, so it's great to have your opinion, all fine and well, but this is subjective. So this is my list of the top 5. I'm going to start from 5 and take it down to what I believe is number 1 and the strongest. Now, 1, 2, and 3, it's like 1A, 1B, and 1C. Okay, it's like that close. But I'm going to try to give a little slight edge one way or another so it's, more formidable as a 1 through 5. Now, at number 5, I'm actually going to go with testosterone. Okay, let me explain. Testosterone can be used in a variety of ways. Very versatile, we know that. But, if you're trying to bulk, a good dose of testosterone on any cycle is going to be key to that for what it provides. It's 100 to 100 anabolic and androgenic ratio. It's very strong, okay? Even though when you consider bulking steroids, you consider them to be having higher amounts of side effects. I think we can all agree on that. Most of the time when you have something that's going to provide a lot of size, there's going to be a lot of side effects. Test is the one that actually doesn't have as stringent of side effects. We all know about the estrogen conversion component of it, but it doesn't have those really accentuated effects like an Anadrol, a Superdrol, a D-ball, things like that. But Test has to be on this list. It does. That's why I was at number 5. It's like you pick Tren or you pick Test. Well, Tren, in all honesty, of course it can be used in a bulking phase, but it's not really ideal for bulking, where Test can obviously fit into any sort of bulking scenario and really be worthwhile. Tren, you could argue belongs in there, and maybe even Trust alone, but they're really suitable more so in a cutting or recomp phase. I mean, in all actuality, I've never really been a big fan of Tren as a bulking compound. Some people will argue yes, but more so people will argue no. So I give the nod to testosterone there. Number 4, Decadurabolin or NPP, nandrolone phenylpropionate. NPP is just the short ester version of Deca. I've done videos on both of these recently that you can go watch and educate yourself. Deca is absolutely great for bulking, more so for strength though than drastic size, because with Deca you can actually stay really nice and dry if you use it properly and run the right amounts, but you can definitely add some really nice size with Deca. You're not going to be as accentuated on your size as you are with the next 3 that I talk about, but with Test and Deca you can definitely get in that 10 to 15 pound range. I'm not a psychic. I can't tell you exactly what you're going to gain. I can't tell you if it's going to be more or less than that, but there's a thing that we talk about which is within reason, and it's reasonable to think that you could put that amount of size in there. Will you? I don't know. Unfortunately, I lost my psychic. I tell people this all the time when they ask me, well, how much will I gain or how much will I keep? Well, unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with the gift of psychic powers or ESP, so I don't know. I can't tell you that, and anybody that does tell you that is lying to you because they don't know exactly what you will or will not gain. I can throw out possibilities, probabilities, but there's no way to accurately answer that. I really hate to say there's such thing as a bad question, but that's a bad question because no one can answer it. But Deca has the capabilities. It's really strong. It's been a favorite amongst many for countless years, since the beginning of steroids, basically. You go back and look at what people back there were using, and Deca's a favorite of them all, and with good reason. So, as I said, 3, 2, 1. This could draw, and I'm sure I'll see it in the comments, some negative attention or some discussion or whatever, and that's great. I love the discussions. I like different opinions. I don't like when people start throwing out rude and tough guy keyboard comments, but I love the discussions. And I just love to hear about people's experiences because everybody's different. I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure anybody that understands or knows steroids will know, my next three are going to be, well, I'm sure you'll know two of them, Anadrol and D-ball, but Superdrol is up there, and anybody that knows anything about bulking knows that Superdrol definitely belongs there. And in fact, these two are so close. And mind you, I have these like by the most smidgen of a margin where one is over the other. But I'm going to go number 3, D-ball. Okay? So some people are going to think that was number 1, and some people are going to think it belongs where it is, and some people think it's right in the middle. I don't think there's any mistake in the strength of D-ball and what it's going to do for size. It's going to add a ton of size, it's going to add a ton of strength, and of the 3, you will feel the best on D-ball than you will of Anadrol and Superdrol generally. D-ball will actually give you a feeling of euphoria while you're using it, while Anadrol and especially Superdrol are going to really wreak havoc toxicity-wise. Not that D-ball's not, but you just feel a lot better on it. Now, there's more estrogen conversion with D-ball than any of the others, and most of the gains that you get with D-ball, I shouldn't say most, but a lot more than the other two are going to be water gains because of the estrogenic side effects and the high rate of estrogen conversion. So that's something to keep in mind. Keepability-wise, D-ball is, and this is why I put it number 3, because keepability-wise, it's going to be the harder to keep your gains from the other two. Now, anytime you're gaining 15, 20 pounds, and you can with all 3 of these, I'm not saying that you will, but it's possible. I've seen it, I can't tell you how many times. But keepability-wise, D-ball is going to be the least keepable, and that's probably why I have it 3rd over the other 2. But like I said, you can do a ton with D-ball. I think everybody knows that strength and size are just prominent. I've got Superdrol number 2. I've just got it just by the slightest margin, a little bit less than Anadrol. Superdrol is very strong. It's going to make you very strong. It's going to put a lot of size on you. And it's drier than Anadrol, okay, and D-ball. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Now, well, I'll touch on this with Anadrol next. I was going to talk about estrogenic activity. But Superdrol is very dry. The side effects with Superdrol, in my mind and my eyes, through experience, are the worst. All right, and that's probably why I have it 2nd. The toxicity and the strength of it make it really difficult to even get through 4 weeks for a lot of people. Some people love Superdrol and don't get any side effects, and God bless you. But most people find it to be a really rough time when they're using it. So probably why I have it 2nd. Number 1, Anadrol. Now, Anadrol is a DHT derivative, and it does not convert to estrogen, yet it has estrogenic sides. And that's actually a mystery. There's a ton of theories. I'm not even going to get into them because that's why they're called theories. I don't have any proof, nor does anybody else, that any one of those is actually accurate. But the strength and size you get from Anadrol is unparalleled. Most people that use it absolutely love it. A lot of people do stay dry on it. Some people have a hard time and bloat with it. Everybody's different for some reason with that, and that's one of the mysteries of Anadrol. But if it fits your needs and you respond to it well, then it is the best of these 5 for bulking. Keepability-wise, strength-wise, overall gain-wise, I have it just slightly above the others. Everybody's different, person to person specific, and a lot of times it matters what you stack them with. See, I'm not a fan of stacking Tren and Superdrol together. I believe and feel that it's just too much on you. And while you could argue Anadrol and Tren is as well, it's more suitable, and when you can run those two together, it is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. But I personally feel that of the best bulking compounds out there, Anadrol comes in at the top of the list. Highly debatable. Everybody's got their own opinions, but a lot of people like to hear mine, and so I'm definitely giving it to you with explanation. So, that being said, www.icearms.com/forums. I'm also on the Evolutionary Forum, as well as the Elite Fitness Forum. You can email me, Dylan@icearms.com, with all your questions and comments, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.